right, so this is week 4. Get my pen going. Week 4, and we're talking about multiplication and division of positive and negative numbers. So the rules are really easy on multiplication and division. When you multiply a positive by a negative number, the answer is going to be negative. And when you multiply a negative times a negative, the answer is going to be positive. And it's the same for division. It's the same. If you have the opposite signs, it's going to be negative. And if you have the same signs, positive or negative, it's going to be positive. Okay? Really easy. All right, so let's get another page here. So, a few things about multiplication. There are a few special cases that sometimes people get mixed up. One is the ones. So, 1 times anything is going to be that number. So 1 times 3 would be 3. 1 times 400 is 400. My pen's not seeming to work. So 1 times anything is just that number. 1 times 1 is 1, because it's still that number. Okay, and then there's 0. 0 times anything, we'll put 5, is equal to 0. Because if I give you a plate of no food, I can give you 5 plates, they all have no food, and you'd still have no food. Doesn't matter how many plates I give you, there'd still be no food. So 0 plates, or 5 plates of 0 food is still 0. So 0 times anything is still 0. Okay? So that's special properties there. So let's go to exponents. So exponents are like just repeated addition. So if we have 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 is equal to 6 to the 4th power. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 times itself 4 times. So if you have like 6 to the 3rd power, we'll do it easy. 6 times 6 times 6 is 18. Okay, if you have 2 times 2 times 2, that would be 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. And that's equal to 2 to the 3rd power. Okay, if you have 5 to the 3rd power, that's equal to 5 times 5 times 5. How many times? 3 times. So that's equal to 5 times 5 is 25, times 5 is 125. Okay, so that exponent simply means how many times you're going to multiply them. Okay? Did I explain that wrong up here? I did. This would be 6 times 6. Okay? Not 6 plus. This would be 6, times. So that's just repeated multiplication. Okay, let's do, let's see. Let's do the 10 powers. They're pretty easy. So we got 10 to the 10 squared to the second power. 10s are easy because you just add however many zeros that is. 1, 2. If you have 10 to the fourth power, 10 to the fourth power, you just add the 1 and then 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 10 to the sixth power is just 1 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. However many zeros there are. Okay? How about if ones? 1 to the, I don't know, eighth power. That's equal to 1 times 1 times 1, all the way to 8 times. Remember I said 1 times 1 is 1, times 1 is 1, times 1 is 1. So it doesn't matter how many times you multiply 1, the answer is always going to be 1. So that's good to know. And on zeros, doesn't matter how many times you multiply 0, 0 times 0 times 0, your answer is always going to be 0. Okay? So that's a couple of those. Let's see. Let's get to some problems that are on the quiz this week. So let's see. 86 times 10 is equal to, just write 86 and put a 0 at the end. Pretty easy. And then you have 86 divided by 10. So this time, instead of moving that decimal point from here over to here, lost my pen, over to here, you're going to move it this way, from there to there. So let me show you, 86. So our little decimal point is always right there on a whole number. So we're going to move it that way. I don't know why that's doing that. Or that way. So the answer is 8.6. You can always add a decimal point after a whole number. So if you're multiplying, you're going to add zeros that direction. If you're dividing, you're moving the decimal point that direction to the left. Okay. Let's see. Oh, you're going to have some rounding. Rounding to the nearest hundredth. Remember last week we rounded to the nearest whole number place numbers, and those ended with S. This time we're rounding to decimal places, which round to the places that end with TH. So decimals, these numbers end with S, and these numbers end with TH. So this one would be tenth. I probably can't read that, but it says tenth. Okay. Now, let's just do one multiplication problem here. So, how about 8.663 times 5.5? 5. Okay. And you don't have to line up the decimal points or anything. Just multiply. 5 times 3 is 15. Carry the 1 over. 5 times 6 is 30. Plus 1 is 31. 5 times 8 is 40. Plus 3 is 43. Keep going. I'm going to do 5 over here now. 5 times 3 this way. 5 times 3 is 15. Starting in this place now because I started over there. 15. I'm going to cross these out and put them up here so I remember what I'm doing. 15. 5 times 6 is 30. So 30 plus 1. Put my 3 over there. 40, 43. Or I could have just written these same numbers, but add the 0. I add the 0 here because I had moved them all over. Hope that made sense. So now I just add 5, 6, 4, 7, 4. Now I worry about the decimal points. So I have 2 places, 1, 2 in the top number. I've got 1 place past the decimal point in the second number. So I need 3 places in my answer. So I'm going to go to 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put my decimal point right there. So my answer is 47.465. Okay? So you just count up the places after you've done the multiplication, and that many places are going to be in your answer. So pretty easy. All right? All right, let's do just an easy division problem. How about minus 15 divided by minus 3, and it's going to be a, let's do a positive. And that answer is going to be a negative because it's a negative and a positive, so it's going to be minus 5. 15 divided by 3 is 5. And then how about minus 63 divided by minus 7 is equal to plus 9. Okay, negative times a negative gives you a positive. All right, so there we go. Good luck this week. Let me know what I can help you with. Bye.